Hello guys, let's go to Nigeria. So we got a contract to come and work on a farm in Nigeria. And then I have to first of all go look at the land and the location and then plan and strategize for the work. So we set off to Nigeria, touchdown in Nigeria just about an hour. And then the first thing I wanted to do was to try their eba and egusi soup or stew as they call it. And I must say, this was my very first time of trying the eba and egusi stew. The eba was very good, very well made. The egusi stew, not so much. I don't know. I don't know whether it's because it was my first time or not. I didn't really enjoy it that much. But I loved the tenderness of the goat meat, how it was prepared. I just loved the goat meat that came with the egusi stew. And so that's my first time of trying it. All in all, I'll give it like 6 over 10. Yes, 6 over 10. Maybe if I try it a bit more, I get a different person to prepare it or from a different place, maybe I would like it more. Forget my camera angles, guys. And this video is basically going to focus on my first day in Nigeria. This is not my first time though, but I'm just going to look at the lifestyle, I just want to show you the lifestyle and how sometimes going on projects look like in some parts of work. So this was a egusi I got from a restaurant in Nigeria. Like I said, 6 over 10. And then I was quite excited because I had been planning to, eat this food for a while. So we had somewhere to sleep. Early morning or early dawn the next day, we were on our way to Benin City, Edo State, to now go to the farm. Before I forget, we are going to work at Irua. Irua is in Edo State, quite far from Benin City. It's like a 4-hour drive from Benin City if you get to the Edo State. So we take this flight and within about 30 minutes or so, we were in Edo State. I must also say that the air travel in Nigeria, the domestic air travel in Nigeria is very well, organized. It's not like you would expect or people would expect from our parts of the world. But it is very well organized and very well coordinated. And the plane was not bad. It had some newness to it, so I want to commend Nigeria for that. I think that's fantastic, and other people, other countries can learn from them. So touchdown Benin City, and we are at the airport. It was a smooth flight. This state has a very rich history, and they are very deep in culture, artifacts, and their people are very culture centered and indigenous people. So I've already read a lot and heard a lot about this state, even from the past, and so being here reminded me of some of the things that I know of this very historic state. And just at the airport, I witnessed firsthand how tradition and culture shapes this state. So I witnessed this cultural troupe or culture dancers welcoming this lady who I think had just come from outside the country. I don't know her status or her social status, but she must be somebody important because normally you meet people who have been away for a while or people who are important to the states being welcomed this way. So it happens mostly in most parts of Africa. I know Ghana for sure. There are some cultures that do this for people that they are welcoming back to the country after they stayed outside for a while, or if they are important people to the state. So this was first-hand, experience how the culture, as I was just talking about, shapes these people's life and how deep they are into their cultural heritage. And it's something I love. I'm a man of culture and tradition, so I had to stand somewhere and then watch this whole performance and, record everything and share it with you guys. So later in the evening, after we had settled in, I had an opportunity to try the very famous Nigeria Jollof. I mean, what is a journey to Nigeria without trying the very popular Nigerian Jollof? As a Ghanaian, I must admit I have my biases already. And going to eating this food, I had always wanted to try the famous Nigeria Jollof, as it is always a debate between Ghana and Nigeria. So I went in with a little bit of higher expectation because I'm expecting something compared to the Ghana Jollof as we have it. And I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I have a few observations. One, the rice, the size of the rice is a little bit bigger than what we have in Ghana. The Ghana rice is a little smaller, longer, thinner, but the Nigerian rice is quite big. Also, I think the seasoning was a bit too much. Also, the flavor, it was too much sharp on the tongue. The taste, it was a little bit too much sharp on the tongue for me. So I'd give it maybe 5/10. Honestly, I'll give it 5/10. The expectations, the comparison I wanted to make with the Ghana Jollof, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. Maybe it's because of where I got this food. Maybe if a different person from a different background or different part of Nigeria also prepared this, maybe it would taste better than what I expected. But then, and that's what I will say about this. The next day, we are in Nigeria. And guys, I want to say this, that people have this misconception about Nigeria. I mean, about the social vices and all the things, that the crime and everything that goes on in Nigeria. But I believe that every part of the world has some sort of social vices that are predominant in that part of the world. I honestly feel Nigeria is one country that I can comfortably live in. And I told my host and he was like, no, you are joking. I'm like, no, I really feel connected to this part of Nigeria. I mean, anytime I enter Nigeria, either I'm entering from the north of Nigeria or I enter through Lagos, I really feel some sense of ease and connection in this country. And I just want to put it on record, because if you are traveling by road from Ghana to Nigeria and you pass through Togo, Benin, if you are a frequent traveler like I do, you feel that there's some uneasiness anytime you are going through Togo and Benin, for example. But as soon as I enter Nigeria, I feel so much at ease and I feel connection. I feel like these are my people. I don't know whether anybody feels that, and I just want to put it out there. No malice or no bad intent or ill intent from my side. But I really feel Nigeria is one part of the world or continent that I can really settle in and live my life and be very comfortable with. So this is my journey in Nigeria. The next day we met the client. I'll bring you meeting the client, going to the farm, and then the job that we are specifically going to do. I'll bring you every detail, but this part of the video, I just wanted to show you how going through Lagos, Lekki, and all those places really felt for me and my experiences there. When I bring you how we went to the farm, I will show you how Nigerians embrace farming on a very large commercial scale. I mean, there are very huge farms in Nigeria. And if you watch all my other videos, I've told you guys that everything Ghana does in terms of agriculture, in terms of the economy, Nigeria does it multiple folds. When it comes to livestock rearing and farming in general, rice production, everything that they do, I believe they do it in big folds. And this is also another testament that I realized, having been to the country multiple times from different entry points. That's one thing that I can say about this country. Perhaps the food that I enjoyed most was this noodles that I got from the last hotel that I slept in Lagos. This food was very well prepared and was nice, tasty. I think it was noodles and goat meat. And this was great. And I'll give this one like 8 or 9/10. This was, I think Nigerians should stick more to noodles because I enjoyed this noodle. It was very well prepared, better than anything that noodles that I've taken in Ghana, and I'll give you that. Kudos. So watch out for part 2 of this video where we actually go to the farm to start the project. I want to thank our host for giving us such a proper and warm welcome and making us stay very comfortable. See you again another time on one of our most educative, entertaining, and informative videos here on FOAM TV. Bye bye.